afternoon and good evening, and welcome to the Qatar Open Innovation Program webinar. This webinar is in partnership with Hamad International Airport. We call it MATAR. I'm very happy to be your host today. My name is Abdul Haq Balaidi, and I'm Program Manager in QRDI. And my distinguished panelists today are Mr. Alessandro Milanes, System Manager at MATAR, Dr. Hisham Al-Asad, Manager Innovation Enablement, Ms. Yara Zaid Al-Shakhs, Innovation Specialist, and Ms. Magdalene Souza Thomas, IT Project Manager. The agenda of this webinar we'll start by introducing QRDI and Qatar Open Innovation. Then I will hand over to MATAR team to talk about their innovation call titled Next Generation Airport Movement Intelligence. Then I will show you how to submit a proposal, and we will reach to the Q&A session. And then we will close, of course, this webinar. So during this presentation, if you want to ask any question, please use the Q&A function button in your Zoom. So let me start by talking about QRDI. Qatar Research and Development and Innovation Council was established in 2018 to drive research, development, and innovation efforts at the national level. And last year, in 2020, no, 2 years back in 2024, it was given the mission to drive the innovation agenda within Qatar. So QRDI Council has developed a 10-year strategy called QRDI 2030, which seeks to create a locally empowered, globally connected RDI ecosystem, mobilizing leadership across governments, academia, and industry to transform Qatar's social and economic future. Among the funding programs that QRDI launched is the Qatar Open Innovation Program. Qatar Open Innovation Program aims at connecting opportunity owners who are the large local enterprises and government agencies in Qatar. An example of today is Hamad International Airport, and local and global innovators to develop innovative technologies and solutions. So the idea is, what we do is we seek challenges and opportunities that our large local enterprise and government agencies have. We frame it in a form of call for a proposal, and then we publish it all around the world, seeking the best solutions, technological solutions. And then we fund the proof of concept of the project. We fund the innovator who is submitting the best solution, technological solution of this challenge. So right now, I'm showing you what is the offering of the program for the innovators, for the startups. So you will, as I mentioned, first, you will gain access to funding or a pilot development, and the funding is sealed at maximum $100,000 per project. Then you will also have a potential commercial agreement with large local enterprises and government agencies if the pilot is successful. Then if you are interested, we can facilitate your company registration in Qatar. You will gain access to local incubators and accelerators through our other programs. And last but not least, you will gain also access to Qatari and GCC markets through our partners. These are examples of opportunity owners that we worked with since the inception of this program in 2022. As you can see, we have companies well known all over the world like Qatar Airways, Ooredoo. We have companies that are known regionally like Ishelsat and GWC. And then we have also government agencies and local companies. So far, we worked with 25 opportunity owners and published 79 calls. These are the statistics that we have right now. We published 79 calls, 77 of them are closed, 49 are awarded. Some of them are still under evaluation. And then we completed so far 17 projects. This is as far as the Qatar Open Innovation Program is concerned. I hand over now to our partner from MATAR to talk about, to give a brief introduction about the airport and then to describe their challenge.
Yep. Thank you, Doctor.
Please.
So just a brief, MATAR is the Qatar Company of Airport Operations and Management and is responsible for overseeing and elevating operations at Hamad International Airport. Now, we strive to have a strong focus on innovation, data-driven excellence, and customer-centric transformation. So, we're very thankful to have collaborations with the QRDI and work on innovation calls that support and help enhance airport efficiency, sustainability, and oversee passenger experience. Today, we are excited to share how MATAR is continuously shaping the future of smart airport operations through this next-gen airport movement intelligence innovation call. And with that, I will now hand the mic over to Alessandro so he can showcase the opportunity ahead. Thank you both.
Thank you, Yara. Thank you, Dr. Abdullah. We can move to the next slide, please. So we start first introducing the challenge that we are presenting. The main question for us is how can we accurately track and analyze the passenger and staff movements across our airport in their journey from arrival to the departure or to the exit, without relying on an extensive hardware installation. This is limiting visibility into real-time and post-operation passenger flows, is impeding our ability to detect congestions with dwell times and cross-zonal transitions. And it's a sign of fragmented data source and lack of unified insights. As a background to everybody, Hamad International Airport is a major global hub where do operates complex passenger journey, not only for originating or terminating passengers, but mainly because we have a large amount of transfer operations. Our existing system do only provides partial insight in separate areas at different level of accuracy, and they lack some integrations. Moreover, we are increasing passenger volumes year over year, and the operation is going to become more and more complex. So we require to become more smarter and to analyze this huge amount of data, and we are more and more moving towards data-driven solutions. Next. So why this matter? We do feel that this lack of visibility does have an impact on passenger experience because it can create confusion and also occasional congestions. We do feel that we are lacking visibility, as we said, on passenger flows, and that can affect our capability to monitor the flow efficiency. It does have an impact on the staff because it does impact the inefficient allocations and reactive operation. and also in our airport operation for the utilization of our resources, also because of miss of commercial opportunities and the service quality in general. Our strategic planning is also impacted because of this lack of unified view. Next. So we are here because we are exploring a new approach, and so we are seeking innovators who can leverage latest cutting-edge technologies and integrate multi-source data, apply some advanced technologies such as AI, machine learning for the efficient movement pattern analysis, capable of deliver some interactive dashboards, maps, actionable insights, and support a phased implementation with measurable KPIs. And this is just some samples of the proof of values we will evaluate the solutions proposed. We will evaluate the quality of a baseline passenger movement size, the expected accuracy of the data capture, such as penetration rate, sample size. We will evaluate the effectiveness of the dashboards and the visualizations proposed, the proposals in tracking passenger journey times or congestions, bottlenecks, what is the proposals also in terms of integration and scalability of the system beyond the trial. And we will also assess any capability for the system or the proposal to evaluate or simulate passenger flows. I think we can move on to the next slide with this. I will pass the stage to Dr. Abdelak.
All right, thank you, Alessandro, and thank you, Yara, for this clarification about MATAR and about the challenge. So now we will go for how to submit a proposal. As you can see here, you have a QR code for our platform. If you access our platform, inolight.org.qa, and once you go there, you will find the challenge posted there. You can click on the challenge. It will take you to the description of the challenge on our platform. And if you click on apply here, which is on the bottom of this slide, it will take you to our partner platform, which is Agorize platform, where Agorize is our innovation partner, where you can see the same description of the challenge. And if you click on apply here, you can start then your application, either if you have an account already, so you know how to go into the portal. Otherwise, you can create an account and then fill the needed, information from the platform, and start filling, the different parts of the proposal. I think it's straightforward, and if you have any questions, please let us know by email through the platform. We'll be helping you to fill in your proposal. Here are some advice. So please fill in all the fields and tick all the relevant boxes, if any. Modifications are possible as long as the deadline has not passed, which is 5th of March 2026. So you can always go back to the to your proposal and modify as you wish before March 5th, 2026. And if you want to add a pitch deck, so the maximum allowed size for submission of your pitch deck is or video is 50 megabytes. That's it for the section on how to lie. We will go now to the Q&A session, and any question that's related to the program, I will be answering it. Any technical question, I will hand over to our team from our partner from MATAR. I will read the questions aloud for you, so you will be benefiting from all the questions. The first one is, the RFP requires a unified GIS special data set, which will validate GIS, CID layout, and zoning data be provided, or is spatial digitization and validation expected as part of the POC? I think this question is for MATAR team.
It's technical questions that I believe we will assess as part of the requirement for the proposal. So we may be able to provide this data as long as the overall the proposal and the proposed solutions make sense and actually validate all our needs.
All right, thank you, Alessandro. Next question: what types of hardware would you want to be used in the solution?
We want to remain on purpose hardware agnostic, because we want welcome innovative ideas and innovative approach to solve the challenge. So we don't have any requirements, any prerequisite on this.
Thank you. Next question: what areas of the airport will be covered in the POC?
So in order to be scalable, we are planning actually to implement a solution that could be, as I said, scalable to actually cover the whole airport, because we want to have a unified insight. So the target would be that the solution should be scalable enough to cover the whole airport.
Thank you. Next question: what data will be available for us to work on, if any?
Any data that you may need, and if it is available, we will be able to provide it to the selected innovators. So you may suggest what data you need to implement the solution, and if we are able to provide it, then we are going to provide it.
Thank you. Next question: given that the integration of 4 distinct siloed systems, AOBD, Cisco, Zovis, and IP SOTEC, is a very heavy infrastructure task that usually precludes a standard 5-month pilot, does QRDI view the timeline as strict? This is the half, I would say, first half of question. Alessandro, are you or the MATAR team, are you strict with the 5-month timeline?
I think we're happy to discuss this with the selected proposal.
All right. Next, so say half question. If so, would the stakeholder... Okay, I think we missed it. If so, would the stakeholder concede to reduce scope, perhaps focusing? Okay, so we already said that we can discuss the timeline. Next question. It was mentioned that the current system is a segmented silo. Can you please give concrete examples?
So the segmentation may be because of the specific areas that are covered rather than the whole airport, and also because of inaccuracy or the inability like to handle real-time analysis.
Thank you. Next question. Can we propose a SaaS solution based on existing cloud offerings?
And we are open to listen to any proposal. So yes, I would say yes.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Data architecture and access for the system mentioned in the RFP, Wi-Fi logs, XOVs, sensors, security cameras, and so on. Is there a centralized data store or a data lake already aggregating these sources, or does each system require a separate integration during the POC?
So these are some of the segmented and disjoint systems that we have at the moment that are contributing to our current capability to analyze passenger flow. We don't necessarily want to use the same. We are open, as I said before, to evaluate different technologies. We are open to listen to new approaches to solve the problem. And at the moment, they're not centralized into a single data store. That's what I can say.
Thank you. Next question. What does the funding cover? Only the POC or also the implementation run phase? If so, for how long? I think this is between me and you, actually. Yara, you want to answer this question?
Yeah, so I would say it's for the trial. So whatever would be included in the trial is usually what the funding is for. And Dr. Abdul Haq, I would say you can go into further on what that means.
All right. Thank you, Yara. Next question. So there are 3 questions from this attendee. First one, would you prefer an on-premise solution or cloud? It sits on the cloud. On-premise or cloud?
We said that we are open to listen to every option.
Okay. Do you imagine the ideal solution would be in real time?
Yes. Yeah, well, that's one of the requirements.
And would you say your current CCTV hardware covers all critical areas in your airport? Related to passenger flow, of course.
We may not be able to cover all the airport with CCTV, no.
All right. Thank you. Next question. How much historical training data from the IODB and the Wi-Fi logs will be made available to the selected innovator to refine predictive models before the pilot goes live?
We do have quite a lot of historical data available. I mean, we are expecting to get the requirements as part of the proposed solution, and then we will answer whether we can fulfill or not that amount of expected data. But we do have available years of historic data.
Next question. For the POC, do you have a defined subset of airport that will quantify the success criteria?
Define subset of airport?
Yeah.
You mean the covered area?
Yeah. For the POC.
Again, open to evaluate the POC in the scope proposed, and we will assess the scalability. So if the proposed solution is proven to be scalable and to cover the whole airport, then the POC can only be focused on one area.
Great. Thank you. Next question. What are the various siloed data points that are being captured currently and can be utilized for delivering the solution?
So the main one is the data related to the flights operations. And as I said, we do have access to historic data for those. Other data available are those mentioned in the innovation call, and that can be utilized, or it can be complemented with additional data from additional sensor that may be or may not be part of the solution. We do have Wi-Fi logs. We do have other sensors such as SOVIS, but again, are partials in terms of coverage and in terms of their accuracy.
Okay, thank you. Next question, I think it's in the same direction. Can we know what type of insights are already in place?
We do have capability to get insight about all the metrics that I presented, but again, they are partial in terms of their coverage or in terms of their like capability to get real-time insight. The main point here is really to be able to assess what is our passenger flows as a whole.
Thank you. Next question. Will anonymization and GDPR compatibility be a vital feature?
It's definitely an important feature, yes.
Thank you. What's the timeline for project rollout if POC is successful?
That's something that we can discuss with the selected.
Right. Thank you. Are you only interested in acquiring, observing the data, or are you also interested in how to nudge passengers subliminally and influence required or preferred behavior?
Our intention is really to analyze passenger flows, and then I would say if the solution can offer more than the analyticals, then it's a plus that can be evaluated as a separate.
Thank you. Next question.
Dr. Abdul Haq,
Yes.
can I just add? I just wanted to say that, because this is an innovation call, we are saying that anything that you propose that is not something available in the market can be considered to an extent, of course, of the standards. But if you're offering something more than what we're asking for, it's something that shows that how capable are you of doing it, especially when it comes to the POC. So if you will be offering us something more than what we're asking for, but you can promise, of course, to deliver within the proof of value, of course, it will be considered as we look at the value and evaluate all of the submissions. Yeah.
Thank you, Yara, for this additional clarification. Next question. Are you going to select one proposal for POC or multiple? Most likely is one proposal. However, if for any reason we have two, competitive technologies, we might, consider awarding two proposals. Next question, could you elaborate on the scale of issue and how much is it costing Qatar? We understand the Qatar Airport is also the same group as Qatar Airlines, any improvement in passenger transit, how does it impact airlines and airports? Any target value to be unlocked?
I'm afraid I'm unable to provide this value now.
Right. Next question. Maybe you can reword your questions in a way that we can answer it, please. Next question. Beyond the listed KPIs, like cross-flow detection, is there a specific operational win in the airport? The airport is prioritizing, such as reducing gate reassignment, friction, or increasing retail dwell time.
So this will open a range of possible optimization for a number of operational departments in the airport. We may say that there are certain optimization that can drive then follow-up optimizations in other areas, such as the gate allocation, that can drive optimization also in terms of commercial opportunities rather than connecting times. But we are not prioritizing at this moment anything specifically. So we will again assess what is the coverage of the solution in terms of benefit that we can get out of it.
Thank you. Next question. The solutions will be part of management decision or interior design if any upgrade in the airport area. It's the objective of the solution at the end.
Yeah, initially it would be something that, as I said, will enable passenger flows analysis, but that passenger flow analysis can be used also for the interior design, on a strategic level.
Thank you. Next question. What is the deployment platform targeted operation system? Can we have access to live data, at least a part of it, for evaluating real-time performance if POC is approved?
We can discuss access to the data with the selected innovators, yes.
Thank you. Next question. Would it possible to provide further details in what exactly would be the test environment?
It should be a replica of a production environment as close as possible to a production environment. So that would be the idea.
All right, thank you. Next question. Is the no novel hardware rule a hard constraint, or can we propose a hardware-based solution if it is the only way to solve the current data blind spots? Furthermore, in terms of commercialization, can you share any info on the pathway? I think we said that we are also open for hardware solutions, no?
Yes, in the challenge we said without relying on extensive hardware installation, but some hardware can be proposed as part of an innovation project, yes.
And the second part of the question about commercialization pathway?
I think that is also a topic for post-trial, if successful. Yara, I don't know if you want to comment on that.
No, you said it, Alessandra. All good.
All right, thank you. Next question. Do you start reviewing the applications before the March deadline? Well, we receive all applications and then we start reviewing them. Next question. Do do we need to submit the proposal as a registered company in Qatar, or can we register after we get selected for the POC? Actually, you can submit your proposal and do your POC without registering in Qatar. If you want to register later during the POC or post POC, then we could help you, as we said in our presentation. Next question. Is it okay if data processing happens abroad?
That is a topic for our cybersecurity team to process if we select that solution. So it depends on what kind of data and depends on where.
Yeah, based on the data, but it's preferably if it is local to be better, especially since we're talking about passenger flow here.
Next question. Answered by applying, there is an obligation to accept the contract, but there are a lot of blind spots. Is discussion possible, or can we have all the information? For example, the standard indemnity and limitation provisions. Okay, can you send us, please, an email? This is to Jessica. Can you send us an email, and then we will answer you later. Next question. Will we have access to provide data and hardware specification inside the airport to conduct our research? I think you said yes, yeah?
We can have a discussion, yeah, with the selected vendor if they need to get this information.
All right. Next question. You mentioned the current lack of accuracy. What is the level of accuracy are you aiming to achieve? For example, less than 3 feet?
3 feet, micro location for passengers.
Micro location for passenger?
I would say the more accurate, the better, but there is a certain point where we don't need to be as accurate and identified exactly where a single passenger is. But again, depends on what you can propose, what you can achieve will be evaluated. We don't have any target in mind.
Thank you. Next question. You scan boarding pass before entering security line, wait, and then again scan at security, or do you only have a scan at security?
We do have a boarding pass scan before the security.
Thank you. Next question. How much hardware installation setup is allowed for POC?
Again, it can be part of the conversation. We don't have a predefined limit or ideas on this.
Yeah, I mean, I just add that you have to have in mind that the POC, budget is sealed at $100,000 US. Next question: what simulation technology do airports use today?
On passengers, we do have a little. I cannot mention, but we do have some simulation capability, but not extensively or not covering the whole airport.
Okay, thank you. Next question: can you list all sensor sets already installed in the airport apart from IP tech, security cameras, Wi-Fi access point, and surface sensors are used in the airport already? I think this we mentioned them.
We may take this question and answer, see if it is a recurring question, so we may answer it
Okay.
as a separate note.
Okay. Thank you. Are you interested in tracking the actual location of the passengers and staff, or just like zoning with a count of people in each zone?
Again, depends on the solution proposed. We do know that there are different level of accuracy and sensitivity. So depending on the technology proposed, so the more accurate, the better. We presented what we are planning to track and what we will assess the trial for in terms of proof of values. If you can ensure those metrics with your proposal, then it would be a good proposal. We don't have a predefined target in terms of individual passengers rather than aggregation of passenger in specific zones.
Okay. Thank you. Next question. Could you elaborate on the value you are trying to unlock with this solution?
Yeah, the value is, again, having visibility for both real-time analysis of our passenger flows as well as historical and intelligent, smart AI-enabled analysis on area for improvements in basically all operational departments. So from the utilization of the resources, so the optimization of the allocation of those resources, allocation of staff, management of flows when, for example, a disruption happened, or management of flows during the peak times. These are where we can see a value in tracking real-time passenger flow, but also capability to analyze post-operational what happened and how to address an issue.
Okay, thank you. Next questions. In terms of details, are you maintaining per flight passenger movement profiles? Will the innovator have access has access to the historical booking load factor data from the AUDB to correlate specific passengers types, transit versus originating, with their movement patterns, or should the model rely strictly on the real-time observational data?
We do have access to those data, and we may discuss the provision if it is a selected solution. So we are open to provide those historic data if required, if the benefit is provided.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Will there be test data given to be used in the proposal? I think for the POC, yeah, after discussion, if you are selected, correct me if I'm wrong, Alessandro.
Yeah, after the selection, not before.
Yeah. Will you provide the recording of the Q&A session? Yes, we will provide the links of the recording for the attendees only. Next question, can we have some problem case to get the objective? I think it's better to reformulate your question because it's not clear to us. Next question, do you have access or would have physical access to digital devices already installed, such as screens, kiosks, etc.?
I would ask what would that access needed for? It's a bit unclear what would be the reason for having access to screen and kiosk.
Okay. Next question. in some case, the children can be lost in the airport. Can this problem be part of our solution?
We haven't think about that. It could be probably another plus on top of the passenger flow analysis.
I think this question is a continuation of the last question about having the access, would have physical access to a digital device. It said to install extra hardware easily.
Okay. I would say that is also part of, in case, some dedicated conversation with the proposals to understand what do you have in mind.
Right. Thank you. And I think last question, is there a specific blind spot in the current journey, for example, the transition from security to duty-free or lounge to boarding, where the airport is currently experiencing the biggest delta between predicted and actual dwell time?
Not specific blind spots, no. We do have the most congested area which are monitored, but we don't have a specific blind spot that we want to mention that is worth mentioning.
Okay, thank you. Another question, are there any minimum requirements with regard to the applicants? For example, in terms of turnover or in terms of references, or is this challenge open? Well, the challenge is open to any company, not individual, but companies to submit their proposals, and it will be evaluated, of course, based on the technical proposal, but also on the credentials of the company. Next question, can students participate in this challenge? Unfortunately, sorry, this program is dedicated for startups and SMEs, not for individuals and innovators or students. Next question, do you have Smiley box installed to gather satisfaction? This is a nice question, Alessandro.
I think I will need to get back about that because I'm not sure.
Right. Thank you. Next question, are airport staff provided phones? If yes, are they Android or iPhone?
I don't think they have phones, but they have other devices that we can discuss with the proposals if the proposal is viable.
Right. Thank you very much. I think we reached the end of this webinar. I would like to thank Alessandro and Yara for, and also my colleague Manilin for helping me in all this, during all this webinar. I would like to thank everyone who attended this webinar and participated with questions. And I look forward to receiving your proposals and hopefully working with you in the near future. Again, thank you very much and have a nice day.